In the year just concluded, Uganda did not only wage a war against the COVID-19 pandemic, but also had to deal with a number of natural disasters. An unfortunate situation year in, year out that has claimed lives, destroyed property, left many displaced, and earned her place in the rankings on global lists of countries prone to disasters.
The extent of vulnerability and risk and the cost of recovery have been high, and we continue to grapple with the effects. That Uganda is categorized as one of the most vulnerable countries, ranking at 14th most vulnerable and 48th list ready.
The National Risk and Vulnerability Atlas project started in 2016 with funding from the United Nations Development Programme, launched today, seeks to provide the Ministry of Disaster, Preparedness and Refugees with the much-needed information that can give foresight. The Atlas provides data on various disasters the country is facing, indicating vulnerability of various communities and offering recommendations to enhance resilience of these communities.
With the Risk Atlas, we are now able to tell what to put where and also to estimate how much we would need to make such an investment. But we are also able to alert communities to move away from areas where they should not settle. For some of the hazards, we can exist with them. For some of the risks, for example, drought.
Following a study done across the country, the Ministry of Disaster Preparedness considered 7 natural hazards that different parts of the country commonly face: windstorms, hailstorms, landslides, floods, earthquakes, lightning, and drought. With this in mind, Minister of Disaster Preparedness and Refugees Hilary Onek believes a budget should be allocated to the ministry before the disaster strikes.
Well, currently, we are only operating on contingency fund, which is undefined. And most often when we have disasters, we have to beg the Ministry of Finance to give us some disaster from those contingency fund, which sometimes doesn't come. So since we have the planning tools now, scientifically based, we know precisely what may befall us, and therefore we should be prepared.
I would like to call upon all actors involved in disaster risk planning, management, and response to make use of this risk atlas.
The National Risk and Vulnerability Atlas will be modified from time to time. Rita Kanya, NTV Tonight.